Any principal is inevitably going to have dealings with the union. These can be smooth, rocky, or somewhere in between. Last year in February, when the TEA made a bold decision to take a stand against the education reform movement, many in trouble were skeptical. Some were downright furious with our decision. We were told we were out on a ledge by ourselves with no possibility of help. And yet the one individual in administration who showed concern for us in a very difficult time was our principal, Dr. Tremaglia, whose only question was, how are you doing, and is everything okay? Most days are much less stressful than last February, and in fact, many a Friday would end with a lengthy conversation in the principal's office. I can only imagine what Chris thought was going on in the room as she sat at her desk outside the door when the sounds of laughter, clapping, and jokes filtered under the door, or more likely through the wall. I'd often get home at 3:30 on these days, and when I told my wife I was meeting with the principal, she assumed, as most people would when you're in the principal's office, the topics must have been weighty and contentious. But in reality, they rarely were, and I always left for the weekend in a good mood, knowing that we had the type of relationship where we could joke as well as solve problems.
And you could always tell what kind of mood Dr. Tremaglia was in, based on how he greets you. If it's been a rough morning, Dr. Bob is his usual jerk, so out comes in. Good morning, boys. How are we doing this morning? But if things are going great, it's, how you doing, Nicky, baby? John, baby? Go get him! Go get him! And it's that attitude, that animated attitude, that inspired our students and us to get excited about teaching and learning. It's that positive, caring attitude that led us through 8 successful years at Trimble High School. I learned firsthand of Dr. Bob's philosophy of caring for the whole student when he referred me to an excellent chiropractor. Who knew he was also a great medical doctor? Dr. Tremaglia has been principal through some of the most dramatic changes in public education in the history of the profession. And every time a new fad entered the educational arena, our principal was there to sift through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and make sure the staff had the opportunity to keep teaching how we taught best. Through thick and thin, through every micro burst, every leaky ceiling, every parking light malfunction, and every education reform initiative, Dr. Bob has been there to keep us on the right track. We'll miss you, and we wish you the best of luck in your